Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we have after market close on Thursday, November 18th. We're going to take a look at SoFi. I'm re-recording the video because for whatever reason, the one that I just recorded didn't save properly, and who knows. I had a pinwheel in the middle of it, and that probably screwed everything up. But in any case, I'll try my best. 2.6% down today, but I do think that there is some potential upside to look at here. So we pull up the 1 day and sort of see what happened, and then I'll sort of talk about what I'm thinking. So rejected off the 2132, which is good in the sense of we planned for it. We would expect it to hit resistance there. Caught support at 2058. Again, that's good because that's what we would have expected. Came up, tried to reclaim the VWAP. To me, this was just a big VWAP effort. Lost it. Tried to catch support again at 2058. Lost it. Then it came down to 2020, which is just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Right, it's sort of maintaining that strong psychological level of 20 for sure. So probably more than anything, that's kind of coming into play a factor. Strong move up toward the VWAP, but lost it and then settled around this 2058 level to close. So here's what I think that may have done though. We'll have to see how this plays out. But that space where this wick came down to today managed to accomplish a couple of things. One, it potentially put in this uptrend support level that was confirmed on this down 7.77% day, the day before the earnings came out, that big sell-off that happened. And so, and that's established with the ceasing of the downtrend after the last run-up prior to, well, the last run-up, whatever. This run-up ago. And the retracement that came down, that's where it caught. And then this is where it caught on that sell-off, and maybe this is the sell-off that catches here and gives us an opportunity to reverse the trend. So that's what I'm looking at on the potential bullish side of things. We'll have to see if that evolves, if that plays out at all. If not, and it gives up this 2058 level, 1984 is the next actual level down as I see it. But I'm really hopeful that this uptrend support can potentially hold. The body of the candle also settling right at this 2058 level. So I'm hoping that again means that we're not ready to leave the 20s and dip back into the teens, but we'll have to see. It really just depends. The other good thing about where it settled here is the body of the candle was able to close above this 34 EMA, which I was talking about last night, because that's what caught support here, right, on this dip. And so I'm hoping that it closing above that actually helped prevent this 12 EMA from coming down and throwing a bearish cross below the 34 EMA, which would probably signify, at best, sideways consolidation to come, at worst, more selling pressure to come. So before we flip over and take a look at the unusual whales data and the Ortex data, I just want to mention a couple of things. One, in the description below, you'll see a link to my Twitter handle, or actually you'll just see my Twitter handle. You have to go there and type it in. But I've been recreating what I envision the Patreon to look like in terms of the feed throughout the day, throwing in charts, short 1 to 2 minute videos, entries and exits that I'm making throughout the day. So please go check that out if you think that the Patreon could be interesting to you. That should give you a good idea. And also if you have thoughts of how that could maybe play out a little bit better, what could be a little bit more useful, I'm pretty open to ideas. So feel free to throw those out. I just want to make sure that I keep it in a space where I'm creating content throughout the day that it's interesting to me and is relatively simple to do, because then I know I'll enjoy it, which is I started this channel because I thought it would be fun. I don't want to get away from it being fun. And then also, if you are interested in supporting the channel, I'll put my Venmo down there if that's anything that's interesting to you. But also, if you want to just do it in a sharing kind of way, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, stock twits, anywhere that you share or consume stock info. I would really appreciate you sharing these videos over there. All right, to the data. So today, a little bit different. Most active chains securely on the call side of things, so that's slightly bullish. Also slightly bullish on the biggest options trades. Now that said, the biggest option trade is this $25 put for 2023. So it's pretty, it's over a year into the future, but that's a pretty big bet there. You never know on those if that's somebody could just be hedging a large like common stock position that they have. Could certainly be the case. I don't know, but otherwise that's some hefty premium. But you do see here we have 6 bullish trades versus 4 bearish trades. So that's just a little bit of a transition from what we've seen in the previous days in terms of the delineation between bearish and bullish. So I'm wondering there if there is, again, some sort of like shift in the tide coming. Dark pool, still waiting to see if there's a big jump in dark pool activity as these 50 million shares start to transition or transact, I guess. But we'll have to see what sort of pressure that has on the stock as we consume it. On my criteria side of things, the 30K premium, ask only, single leg, out of the money, 45 days to expiry. Nothing popped up today, so this is still from 11/16, but overall, still looking relatively bullish on this side of things, though I don't know on some of these older ones if those have already been, the profit could have certainly been booked already on the previous run-up after earnings and stuff like that. So waiting for some new stuff to come in, but that's why I thought we would take a look at this intraday analysis and at least see what the big orders were doing, though that's not necessarily always what I'm most interested in for the more shorter term price action. Didn't mean to go there, meant to go here. On Ortex, funny to see this 1 month price change now just at 1.29%. If you've been watching the last several videos, we've seen that, in large double digits up until now. But that said, per consensus price targets on the analyst side of things, over 20% return potential now. On the short data, they didn't really do much today. They peeled off 3.68% per Ortex estimates, 6.04% short interest percentage of the free float, as Ortex currently estimates it. 15.53 utilization, 0.88 cost to borrow, 1.42 days to cover. So to me, short's kind of staying away, and I'm happy to have them do so. All right, folks, so I hope that you had a good trading day, and I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.